This video is about how to show animated coin amount come up when you collect a coin. It'll show animation come up and show a number. So watch what happens here. Shows a +5. Then after 15 it's going to jump back to 0. So I'm going to show you how to do the animation of the 5 that pops up, and then the score, how to make it jump back to 0. Alright, so the player here, when he collects a coin set to visible, depth 0, it's going to play the sound. Sound's going to be in this area here, main 1 tab. Then you got this, set the score relative to 5, and that's going to be in the score tab there. Set score to 5 relative, so new score is going to be set to 5. So when you collect the coin, it's going to give you 5 points. Set it to relative. Then you have a code here that's going to state how this is going to work. So this is the animation of the amount. So other, you want to make sure it's set to other, because you don't want to collect 1 and then it does it for all of them. So you want to make sure it's set to other, so it collects 1 at a time. It does 5 for each coin you pick up. Then you have an effect crate below, so it's going to do this effect of a ring, and GameMaker has different effects built in. So underscore, and you can see that GameMaker has cloud, eclipse, explosion, so you can do any of these, but I just want to do the ring effect. So this is like a particle effect in a way. X and Y coordinates are going to be set to 0. And then I want to do an orange color. You can do any color you want by just selecting underscore. And then you got all these colors here that GameMaker has built in: a green, gray, dark gray. Right, I decided to use orange. Then you have, set it to self. Then PIN, this is like the ID for the coins. So the origin I want it set up is X plus 14, Y minus 1, 0 underscore points. I'll get to that in a minute, because it talks about it right here, underscore points here. Then you want the value is 5, so you want to show an animation of a 5. So that's the value 5, and then it's going to instantly destroy. So I think what's happening, this is like the height of it, X plus 14, comma Y minus 1. This is the height of how high it's going to go up, the animation. So it's going to, when you collect it, it's going to gradually go up, and then it's going to be destroyed at a certain point, a certain time frame. Then you have test score. Right here in the score tab, you have the test score. So once the value hits 15 and it's larger than 15, then you're going to have it. You're going to have a var statement here. You have a open start arrow and an end block arrow, which is right here in the control tab. Var, set it to the score, value 0. So once you hit 15, once you collect 3 of the coins, it's going to drop back to 0. And you don't have to have the statement in here, but this is great if you want to like do something with health. So you collect so much score, your score goes back to 0 and you get health. So collect so much score, you get health for collecting so much score, and then it drops to 0 again. So I'm going into the 0 underscore points, and this is this is like the animation that happens here, pretty much the animation of it coming up, and then it's going to disappear after so many seconds. So value is 4. The speed of it, how fast it's going to go up, is at 3. The direction is 90, so it's going to go up. 90 is going up. 0 would be going right. 180 is going left, and then 270 is going down. So I have it set to 90. It's going to go up, and then it has an alpha and a scale. So the alpha means it's going to go up so far, and then it's going to fade and disappear. You get the scale too, how much it's going to stretch out. Alpha rate, scale rate, how much you want it to stretch. That's what it's talking about here. This is only if you want it to spin. I'm going to try to talk about that in a minute. But right now we're just talking about the basic. When you collect it, it goes up and stretches and then it disappears. But you can also make it spin too. But let me do this first, and I'll go into the spin in a second. Then the step event, you're going to have it set to. Then it's going to fade at 0 and then be destroyed. Alpha rate and the scale rate. How much is it going to fade? How much is it going to stretch? That's what it's talking about here. Then you have a draw event. I did a font 0, left the line. I did a font here of 0, so it's going to do this font right here. Font 0, Arial 3, alias. This is the font that's going to be shown on screen when he collects, I believe, or is it going to be this one? This one is the one he collects. Okay, so this font 0 talks about, this is the scores up in the right hand corner. Then the font 1 is the score when you collect the coin. Then it projects this font 1. So this 0 point score points is talking about. Oh, that's his score. So no, that this 0 point score relates to the points when you collect it. So I'm not sure why this font 0 should be pertaining to his score, which is up here in the square. Well, I have font 1. So I guess no, I'm sorry. So this font 1 is the score up in the right hand corner. I'm sorry. So font 1 is the score up in the right corner. Font 0 is the score that you collect. So once you collect it, it shows a +5. This is the font it uses. So you have to have the 0 underscore points in there in the room, and you have to have the blue square, which is his score, which is what you collect, and it shows your number up in the right corner here. Pick up nothing there. When you collide with it, then you do the pickup of relative. You gain 5 points. And this is just a move him left and right. His score, do game start, add event, game start. Then you want to do Control Tab, bring over a test score. Your score is at 0 at the beginning, say equal to, then set score to 0. That's what happens at the beginning of the game. You have no score, so you want to make sure it's set to 0. Draw event, you got a font 1, which is font 1 here, which is the big score I just talked about. So that's going to be in the upper right corner. Then this is the positioning of where you want the score at. X and Y, view underscore X view plus 510. Y is at view underscore Y view plus 10. Type in score. You can type in anything you want here. You can type in something else if you wanted to. So this is the location of where the score is going to be up on your screen. Set it to visible. I would set this depth to like maybe minus 500 or something. That way it's in front of everything. And that's pretty much it. So, and I'll just talk. Okay, so this basically just makes it rise and then fade and disappear. So let me show you the other animation real quick. So I graded out this information right here. If I take out the slashers, it makes everything visible. Leave this slash in there because I'm just explaining the spin. Take this out. I think that's it. I might not have to mess with any of this. Let me see what happens. Okay, still not working. I think you have to take out this alpha rate and it looks weird. I'm not sure. Hold on, let me open another project up, make sure maybe. Might have to explain it later on in the YouTube description. I can't remember how it's set up here. But there's another way of doing it, having a different type of animation happen. It's just, I'm not sure what needs to stay in there for this to happen. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out because I can't remember. It's been a while since I did this. Something you have to take out here for it to spin, and I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, it's throwing an error. The draw events. Oh, maybe that's why. You also have the straw event in here, which I didn't talk about. It talks about the color of the text, the alpha, which is going to be fades, and you want it centered, and then you want it to scale, stretch the text, scale it. I also have a link on another video that talks about this more specifically, so if I'm not explaining something right, you can watch that link. But I will give you this this file so you can download it and open it up and mess around with it and all that stuff. But it talks about the angling of where you want the text at, the alpha, and then you need this transform text so it can do the animation. But something's missing, and I don't know what it is. Let me just leave everything in there. I think it might do it if I leave everything in there. Alright, let me see what happens. See how it spins, but something's still not right because it's showing another image. Yeah, it's something, might be the draw event or something. Something's not, needs to be turned off, and I don't know what it is. There it goes, see how it spins? But it's too small. Put the scale stuff back in there. Sorry about the delay here. I think I got it now, maybe. There we go. See how it spins up? I think the only thing you had to take out, grayed out, was one of the lines of text here. So I graded this one out. So if you want to go back to the other way, I grade out the bottom, put in the top, then I think it's going to do the other one. See? So the only thing you have to really do is just so if you want to do a basic fade and stretch, use this text line up here. If you want to do the spin, then you want to grade out the line on line 5, and then reveal line 6, and that will do the spin. So that's how you do it. So that's the only thing you had to do. So everything, I kept everything in here, so nothing's graded out here. Step, nothing's graded out of here. But in the draw event, that's where it has to be graded out. So if you want to do the spin where it rotates around, you do this line 6. If you want the straight fade up and then it stretches and fades up and disappears, then you want to grade out 6 and then put in 5. See? That's how you do it. Thanks for watching.